So, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is about a very weird situation. We are wanting to see a lot of things Arsenal to do in the January transfer window, but we're hardly hearing about any concrete offers or any concrete news about it. So, like, do we really are we expecting something? We're expecting a lot, but at least one place that has to be spoken about is the midfield. So Aurelian Chouameni is a player that I think Arsenal should look at. I mean, very. I think they're all signing players who are really promising. I think he would be fantastic. See, so I think he'll be a perfect player. Let me know what you guys think about Aurelian Chouameni. Chelsea are behind this player as well, but you don't know like if Chelsea is going to give him that amount of game time. I mean, it totally depends upon the project that comes up to him. But if Arsenal are serious, they have to try their best to get Aurelian Chouameni. That's my take. What is your take on Aurelian Chouameni? Also, we're going to talk about Renato Sanchez again in this episode as well. So, Arsenal's Player of the Month, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Ramsdale. Congratulations to be given the Arsenal Player of the Month. September it was Takehiro Tomiyasu. October and November both was is Aaron Ramsdale. So Charles Watt says a second successive Player of the Month award for Aaron Ramsdale, who's received 42% of all votes casted by Arsenal fans. Smith Rowe was second, Tomiyasu was third. So well deserved, I'd say. Well, I do you agree with Aaron Ramsdale being the Player of the Month? I think you know what's the sad part about this when you know that all the Player of the Month's award has been given to the defensive unit and not the offensive unit, tells you a lot sad story about Arsenal's attack, which is really shocking. I hate it. We're called as Arsenal for a reason. There's a meaning for the word Arsenal. I don't look like we have the weaponry to attack anymore. Moving on, so Amani Richards has signed his first pro contract with Arsenal. It was due to happen. I've already mentioned it before. I think a couple of days back. So, because he's actually spoken about on signing his first pro contract with Arsenal. Amani Richards says it's a surreal feeling, especially because it's my boyhood club. I had a lot of conversations with Per Mertesacker and many other people at the club, and I felt like they believed in me a lot, and this was the best step for me. So, of course, I'd say he's a forward, so he's a fantastic player, and I think lovely. We're gonna have a fantastic time with him. Moving on, so no Arteta, Ten Hag it is. According to Ard Demos, who is a former Ajax manager, he's spoken about which teams Erik Ten Hag would work well with. So he says it has to be purely attacking anyway. I think Borussia Dortmund is the ideal option for him. If Nagelsmann leaves, then Bayern. At Barcelona, Xavi is only just starting. Arsenal if Arteta does not do well. So it's pretty much clear that if Arteta doesn't do well, Ten Hag might come in. Would you take Erik Ten Hag right now at Arsenal? Plays with young players. So young coach would be fantastic, isn't it? So let me know what you guys think about it. I will definitely respond to the comments. What do you guys post? Moving on, so Flamengo want to sign Pablo Mari from Arsenal on loan for 1 year. I wouldn't mind at all. I mean, Pablo Mari, no problem. Arsenal can definitely let that deal happen. So Pablo Mari out on loan, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys think about this. Funny story, but yeah. Moving on, so Darren Bent opened about Arsenal's game against Everton, and I don't think so. You'll like this. As it is, you won't like the current situation where Arsenal are in at the moment. So Darren Bent says, I watched Arsenal against Everton and thought, how boring are we now? We used to have an identity in the way we played, but that first half last night was hard to watch in terms of what Arsenal were trying to do. You could quite clearly see that we missed Emil Smith Rowe. He's the spark in that team at the minute, but it just looked so lackluster. You know what is my problem with the whole team right now? Because if I think Emil Smith Rowe has moved on, he's not playing some games, so Odegaard is stepping up. Good, but only a single player is stepping up. There's no more than them. So let's see if we can get more goal scorers in the team. Moving on, so Fabrizio Romano believes that Arsenal might still get their hands on Tammy Abraham. Fabrizio says they were really interested, but they were needing to sell a striker before signing Tammy Abraham. Did I say Tanny? Sorry, Tammy Abraham. They were looking to sell maybe Lacazette or maybe Eddie Nketiah to have a free slot for a new striker. They were really, really pushing and pushing. They were trying in every possible way. But you know where is Tammy right now, so there's nothing more to it than one can add. Moving on, so we have another update about Mohamed Elneny. Now, according to Mail Sport, Mohamed Elneny is one of the names Eddie Howe has submitted to the Newcastle management to sign him in January. So, Newcastle might be the new home for Elneny if and only if they're serious, to be fair. But let's see if they are or not. So Milan and Arsenal continue Sanchez battle now, according to Sempre Milan. AC Milan and Arsenal are likely to battle it out to secure the services of Renato Sanchez. It is looking more and more likely that Franck Kessie will leave AC Milan at the end of the season because he has not yet signed a contract and nothing suggests an imminent agreement. So the management will be looking to prepare for his absence. Well, true. Can Arsenal get Franck Kessie? Let's see. Gabby Agban-Lahore thinks something is not right at Arsenal. When asked by TalkSport about the decision to bring in Nketiah before Aubameyang, Agban-Lahore said, something's not right there. Offended? The tables are getting thrown up in the changing room at Goodison Park after the game. How dare you? Worrying times, isn't it? Okay. So moving on, so Dennis Zakaria signing has some serious competition. Now, according to 90 Minutes, two more clubs have added their interest in Dennis Zakaria. Leicester City and Everton have joined the race alongside Arsenal, but there are more clubs interested in him because I think the only reason why anyone is interested is because he would be available for a free transfer. I think that's the only reason. Otherwise, there's no chance that anyone would even think to, get this deal done quickly or free. Not many clubs would be interested in a player that would definitely cost you 25 to 30 million. I don't think so. I don't see it as well. So moving on, let's talk about Bukayo Saka. So according to Matt Upson, he's spoken about Bukayo Saka here. So what did he say? So talking about Saka, he says, I think we're talking about a player who is early on in establishing himself at Arsenal. He's an England international, but in terms of appearances made, okay, he plays every week now, but you have to do this over a certain amount of time before a move happens. Those players who referenced they'd play 3 or 4 seasons playing week in, week out, Saka is a little bit away for that. He's hugely attractive for a big club who's in a better position to win the Premier League, and it would not surprise me at all because he's a fantastic player. I think he's a fantastic player. So let's move on with that. So talking about Kurt Zouma now, apparently, Charlie Austin believes Arsenal and Tottenham will regret not signing Kurt Zouma. He says Zouma is definitely up there. Other clubs are looking at it and thinking we should have went for him. Spurs, Arsenal, they are. Chelsea only let him go because they have better players. The better players, and they're going to let go one more better player in Antonio Rudiger. Strange. Moving on, so it looks like Ajax have given a contract extension to Marc Overmars. Now, yes, so the new deal sees him tied down until June 2026, warning off a number of clubs reportedly interested in getting him. Right. So Marc Overmars is not going anywhere, apparently. So let's see what we can do with it. So it looks like Arsenal are going to going to sign their own version of Yaya Toure. Why does IG have to say this? Seriously, why IG? What's wrong with you? So here's the update. Well, there's this youngster who's training with Arsenal, and apparently a 17-year-old American winger is training with Arsenal. Danjuma Toure, nicknamed Yaya, after the Man City legend Yaya Toure is currently training with Arsenal at London Colney. That is according to journalist Brian Sciaretta via The Mirror, who reports that it's unclear if Toure will leave Colorado in the upcoming January transfer window or whether he is just visiting Europe to gain some experience. We don't know. Let's see if Arsenal can sign him or Aurelien Chouameni, which I want Arsenal to actually sign up. So they can get him, then they should get him. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.